Finally, got some good news in the fight to cap the massive oil leak in the Gulf, but it could be too late to stop the ooze from being caught in a major current. CBS News correspondent Kelly Kobiella is in Venice, Louisiana with the latest. Kelly, good morning.
Good morning, Harry. It took 3 tries over the weekend, but BP engineers finally managed to connect a pipe to the largest of the 2 leaks. But at the same time, there's new evidence now to suggest that this spill may be much larger than previously thought.
It's the best hope yet to get this massive oil spill under control. A mile-long pipe is drawing oil from the gushing leak on the seafloor to a drilling rig on the surface.
So we're slowly ramping up our ability to reduce the amount of flow that's going in the Gulf.
A success, but underwater there's a troubling new discovery.
This is one of the plumes of oil that we're seeing.
Researchers say they've found massive plumes of oil beneath the surface, some hundreds of feet deep. The largest is 10 miles long and 4 miles wide. Oil clouds that are stealing oxygen and could be toxic.
It's quite likely that some of the things living down there are going to mistake it for food and eat it, and it could be poisonous to them.
Scooped them up.
Boaters brought another oiled bird on shore Sunday. So far, the impact on wildlife appears to be minimal. Not so for the hundreds of fishermen in Louisiana's coastal towns. On Saturday, BP handed out the first paychecks to those who are helping mop up the oil.
They paid me for 3 days' work I was making in a day, fishing, all of us were.
Yet another frustration as the disaster, full of missteps and misinformation, heads into a 4th week. The Deepwater Horizon exploded nearly a month ago, April 20th, and started leaking oil. 11 crew members were killed, 17 injured. BP tried and failed to get the blowout preventer to work, then announced April 28th the spill was 5 times larger than they thought. May 6th, they try to cap the leak. That fails too. On May 16th, an experiment with a mile-long pipe finally works.
BP says they're not quite sure yet how much oil they're bringing up to the surface. They are quick to point out that this is not a permanent fix. The first chance at actually plugging this leak could come as early as next week, when they'll try to pump mud, then concrete down to the well through a second pipe. Maggie?
Kelly Kobiella in Louisiana this morning. Thanks, Kelly.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.